Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special Halloween night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Waypoint of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Washington takes over.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player of the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
22 yards there, a first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Sacked.
In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's good for a rushing 10.
That's it. Has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing right in, that's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the Rams' 19-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Davis throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From the gun, Davis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webster. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 19 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
6 brings up second and
on second down and 4. Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, guy just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Davis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Webster. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Davis. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A.
Davis's pass complete to number 3.
A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Rams have got it back.
Jackson's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now... If you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
Washington.
CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hopes.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Davis is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Davis. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Davis.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Fourth down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. From the gun, Davis. He's going to float this one deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Rams to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 20.
So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football.
Touchdown, LA!
Complete to number 3. Touchdown.
A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 60.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throw left side, complete. It's Harper. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw again is Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Davis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Los Angeles.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Steps away to his left. And it's caught. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A throw over the middle taken in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
At the 26-yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards, that sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. This pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Davis on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Davis looking left side. He's got it, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Operating from the gun, Davis. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, L.A.
To number 13. Touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 2 touchdowns, 80 seconds remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to let it fly. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Interference. Defense. Oh, man.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the...
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, can't put a dollars, call it vegetable. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me both? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me both? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Hit that. Okay. Then I hit that. Sorry, like you know. Okay. Then I hit that. Okay. Then I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all